we're only 6 episodes into this bitch. Why are you doing me like this, Akame got killed? We're only 6 episodes in. 6, count them. What the fuck? Shetty, no! So this episode starts off and I'm thinking, okay, it's another one of their crazy adventures and they're going to have to fight a couple of crazy people or whatever. You got Leone and Tatsumi and they're going into some fucking underground brothel trying to stop shit. And I was just like, alright, so this is another crazy fucked up adventure that they're on. So that was just a precursor to what was ultimately about to happen. And the thing about this episode as well, last week's episode with all the stuff with Shetty being kind of like a motherly figure to Tatsumi and being understanding and being one of the only people that'll sit there and actually, like, you know, comfort him in his time of need out of all of Night Raid and shit like that. It really was a precursor and a setup to this week's episode where you will feel like, oh my god, she's probably one of the nicest people out of all of Night Raid, and she's the one that bites the big one. It was like, Akame, we're only 6 episodes in. What the fuck are you doing? And last week's episode also had a big setup for Tatsumi meeting that girl, Seryu, where pretty much she was like, already upset about what happened to her master. She was like she was going to take revenge. And then this week's episode, everything from that episode completely came full circle and went fucking ham. I was like, this fight, first of all, her little dog that I was like when I first seen it, oh, that's cute. How the fuck can that be a Tegu? Yeah, it's a fucking giant berserker dog monster fucking animal. And the fight was just insane. It was like, Seryu lost both of her fucking arms. She lost both of her cannon arms. And I'm thinking, this bitch can't do shit. Fucking Shetty and mine got that shit on lock. Mine and Shetty going in. And then the surprise shot. I was like, really? Really? It gotta be like that? Why gotta be the good one? You know what they say, the good die young, right? It was just so fucked up to see Night Raid, one of the fucking strongest, this crazy band of people, one of them fall at the hands of this psychotic bitch. It's like, you're not doing justice. You're being a fucking dickwad. I was like, ugh, Akame, this episode just got me so fucking riled up. This is crazy. It was like, I just started to like Shetty. I just started to think, wow, she's actually pretty good as far as like something that Tatsumi needs after losing his friends. And then for Tatsumi as well as a character, this is going to shape him in a whole different direction because he was already grieving almost every episode over the loss of his 2 friends to the point where he was even thinking maybe one of these Tegu can bring me back to life. And then to lose the one person that was acting like, you know, a family type of person to him is like, oh my fucking gosh, this episode was amazing. It was honestly amazing. It did a lot of different things. First of all, it took from what last week's episode set up with Shetty's character, with Seryu and her mission and her goal and her absolute justice. It took all that and then just did an incredible twist. It was like, fuck. And I don't know exactly how this was done in the manga, but I know damn well that the anime did some crazy shit when you see that dog thing, the Tegu dog, munching on Shetty's arm after the fight. He's just chilling there like, oh no. I'm like, why are you doing this, Akame? I gotta keep saying it. Why? And overall, this was just a crazy, intensive fight. It was one of those things where it's like, it's a fight, but it's not just as simple as a fight. And I like that. It had depth, it had meaning, and the outcome of it will shape a couple different characters entirely. I mean, Bullock fucking knocks Tatsumi out because he can't stand his crazy passion of wanting to strike revenge, because ultimately Bullock and them, they've known Shetty longer, so if anything, they should be acting more crazy. And I guess Bullock kind of got like offended at Tatsumi's overzealousness regarding this whole situation. It's like, I think he thought now's the time to grieve. We'll strike back later. But ultimately, I mean, I agree with Tatsumi. I would be flipping the fuck out at that particular point. It's like, he just lost 2 of his friends, and now he lost another one. This woman that was actually treating him kind after losing his friends and allowing him to cry, telling him it's okay. It's like, oh my fucking god, this episode, it was a fight, it was a battling episode, but it was a lot more than that at the same time. It wasn't just simple, clear-cut, like, oh, you know, it was a death. There was meaning to it. It's shaping characters. It was taking from what last week did and making it go full circle. It's like, yes, Akame, you're reaching that level of greatness right now. And then we even got a little setup at the end with S. Dese, which I'm really excited to see what the fuck she can do. I mean, they built her up to be a fucking monster. And if this Seryu chick with her little fucking psychotic berserker dog can do this and take out one of the Night Raid, I shudder to think what S. Dese can do, because she looks like she's ready for war. She's arrived and it's like, oh, I can't wait. Like right now, Akame got killed is getting really fucking hype. And it started off, I was like, okay, Akame's alright, it's pretty good. It's getting to that great level, and it's like, this episode, hands down, I'm giving this bad boy a 10 out of 10. It was marvelous, stupendous. I loved it. It was incredible. It was great, and I can't wait to see what it's going to affect. Like, one of the things that, for me personally, I feel, with Sheele's death, as sad as it may be, how is that going to affect Tatsumi? I'm really curious. Is it going to make him more crazy? Is it going to make him isolated? Is he going to be a little bit more cut off from people? I'm really curious. How is it going to make Tatsumi act after this week's episode? Because we've already seen him be in despair once over his friends. Will it make him go worse? Or will he realize, I got to tough it out. I can't keep on doing this. I can't keep breaking myself apart. Only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think, though. What did you think about that death? What do you think about losing Sheele? This kind. She was misunderstood, I will say the least. She was misunderstood. She was kind, but at the same time, she had, you know, a very crazy nature to her. And it's like, fuck, what do you think about that? Also, do you think Dese is here to rule shit? She's gonna fuck shit up? I can't wait. Like, Akame got killed got me incredibly hyped right now. And just overall thoughts of this episode. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm for that world. And as always, people, have an awesome day. Only 6 episodes into this bitch. Why are you doing me like this? Akame got killed. We're only 6 episodes in. 6. Count them. What the fuck? Sheele? No! So this episode starts off, and I'm thinking, okay, it's another one of their crazy adventures, and they're gonna have to fight a couple of crazy people or whatever. You got Leone and Tatsumi, and they're going into some fucking underground brothel trying to stop shit. And I was just like, alright, so this is another crazy fucked up adventure that they're on. So that was just a precursor to what was ultimately about to happen. And the thing about this episode as well, last week's episode, with all the stuff with Sheele being kind of like a motherly figure to Tatsumi and being understanding and being one of the only people that'll sit there and actually, like, you know, comfort him in his time of need out of all of Night Raid and shit like that. It really was a precursor and a setup to this week's episode where